Welcome back to another episode of the Practice Players Podcast. It's going to be a fun one here, even though Dan's throwing shade off camera. But today we're joined by Bruce Thornton, starting point guard for the Ohio State University. BT, appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. And just to get it started, Nick, I want to talk. We're recording this on, what is the date today? The 20th of December. So I believe 2 nights ago, my New York Knicks visited your LA Lakers. What happened there?
This isn't my podcast. We're asking questions for me. We're gonna interview you, Bruce. All right?
Plead in the fifth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that.
Jalen Brunson masterclass. Isaiah Hardenstein, 17 rebounds. But all right, you're right. Back to Bruce. Bruce, if you just want to, explain to the viewers your basketball journey and how you ended up where you are today.
I started playing basketball at 4 years old. Me and my little brother, it was just like I used to cry every time I go to the store. Every time I went somewhere, like if I seen a ball, like I had to have it. Like it had to bounce. So like it used to be bad. Like around Christmas time when I was young, I used to take the ornaments and thought it would bounce up and they would break every single time. So things like that. My mom had to if it looked like a ball, like my mom would go the other direction. Like it at least be bad. But ever since I was 4 years old, then I've been playing basketball now. Everything worked out kind of well for me right now.
Yeah, I'd say definitely working out more than well at the current moment. And I was looking back at some high school stuff of yours preparing for this episode, and I didn't know you wore number 4 as well as 5 in high school. But now, and I also saw you wore 2 and now you wear 2. So what's the backstory behind like the different numbers and how'd you settle on number 2?
So my freshman year, we had this thing called OKG. Means for my high school team, like our kind of guy, like a guy that do the right thing at all times. So that was number 5 meant. So after that, I was like, I ain't feel 5. I really not liking 5. So during the time, like Kawhi Leonard was my favorite player. So I wore rock 2. And it was weird during this time because we were finna transfer over to be a Nike school, but like our county would not let that happen. So we had to switch back and forth. So some games we go Nike, I wear 2. Then the Under Armour jersey would be 4. And the dude that took my freshman year, the dude that graduated, he took the number 2 in the Under Armour jersey. So the only jersey I can hoop in was 4. So that's why I look crazy. Like I kept switching numbers. Like people were like, why you keep switching? I'm like, I'm literally not trying to. The dude literally took the jersey, moved to a different state. Like he framed his own jersey, and like that's how that happened.
That's crazy.
He framed his own high school jersey?
Yeah.
That was his choice, or the school decided to frame his jersey?
That was his choice. Like,
hey man, it's a good wall piece. Makes for a good wall decor. Going forward to present day, obviously committed and playing at Ohio State, which I'm grateful for. But your list, had schools like Georgia, where your dad played, Alabama, Indiana, Purdue. And I was reading, I didn't even know this. You didn't even take a visit before you committed. So what about Ohio State made you want to come here without even stepping foot on campus? And you're from the South coming up to this snow.
When I was young, I really during movie tournaments, everything, I really wasn't next to my mom, like my family, like all the time. So like me going to school like really far, really wasn't a big thing for me. Then during the recruitment process, I remember the first day, like I was so excited, like I'm like, what college gonna call me? What college gonna call me? And about like 4 weeks, then it got overwhelming, like to a point like, yo, like I'm gonna have to make a decision fast. Like I didn't want to have all this on my mind, this and the third. So I made a top 5. The top 5 was really for like no reason. I ain't gonna lie to you, like I could have committed that day, but like I had to just make sure. My mom was like, she gonna make a top 5? I'm like, yes, but the whole time I'm having like where I want to go. Like I already had this plan. So the day I committed, I was playing COD. I was playing Warzone. My friend was like, bro, I know you won't commit right now. I said, you lying. So I lied. I'll be right back. Call D. I'm like, D. I didn't even tell my mom, nobody. Like, I did this like just straight, like regular. Like D, like I want to commit. Like he was at this like restaurant. He walked out, started screaming in the parking lot. He was like, you told your mom? Like, nah, like it's my decision. I just want to go. He's like, you haven't took a visit. I'm like every school got basketball facility. Every school have education. Every school don't have the same coaching staff. So like that's the only really big like personal connection that you can really have because all the Power Five all have the same thing. So that's why I feel like the difference. So that's how I committed. Then I told my parents after.
That's the most Bruce story possible, and I absolutely love it.
Well, Bruce, I was going to ask, like, what went into your commitment process going to Ohio State? Was it clearly the coaching staff that kind of pushed you over the edge?
Yeah, that's it really. And like I couldn't like D showed me like he like, yeah, we got this guard from Niagara Falls. Like, I didn't even know what Niagara Falls is, but the whole time was Roddy. I'm like, yo, I don't even know who this is. Like, I don't, like during the time, I really didn't care. Like I was like, okay, cool, like, another guard, like. But it was just crazy, bro. Like I was ready to commit. Like I ain't feel like there's no point of me wasting time if I know where I want to go at the end of the day. So I was like I was like, me and Coach D, like, cause D-Boy used to FaceTime me. I'm like, bro, why is this coach keep FaceTiming me? Like it's like is this dude weird or something? Like why you keep FaceTiming? Then it became normal because when you get recruited, some certain coaches be asking weird questions like, "What you get at Chipotle?" or like, "Oh, I would get this on my bowl." Like it was just like some coaches was just really weird about it. But with him, like it was just straight fluent. Like it feel like I was just talking to another person instead of a coach. So that really was a big reason why I committed to Ohio State.
Yeah, that's definitely the Diebler effect, and I feel like, I mean, at least me personally, definitely proves that day in and day out, just the kind of person he is. But speaking of that guard from Niagara Falls, this random dude that you didn't know, I think you guys became pretty close now. If you just sort of want to touch on that relationship and how much easier it makes it on the court to be so close with someone off the court.
Because when last year when me, Rod, Bryce, and Felix, the first 2 months of our summer, like we never hung out with each other. Literally, like we was like, bro, like, cause we would go through workouts. Me and Rod was like, bro, like I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Like I'm like just struggling. Like yo, like my body hurting. Like I'm sleeping all day. Like I'm like yo, like I haven't talked about like when me and Rod got here. Like we did not talk to our family for like 3 weeks. Like that's how tired it was. Like we didn't want nothing to do with nothing. I wasn't like with nobody. But like me and Rod had 2 different roles last year. Like he really wasn't playing a lot because he had like Sean ahead of him, so he got a way different perspective of like how his freshman year was than I was because I played a lot. I played a significant amount of minutes, but I couldn't learn because I was playing so much. So like that was really like a bad balance last year. But last year I feel like Roddy learned what he can possibly do on the court with his athleticism and all the shot making ability that he can have. And I just realized when we both got to the court like around Big Ten tournament, everything just started clicking at the same time. Then everything just worked out.
Well, Bruce, it's apparent that you've taken a big sophomore leap, averaging 18 points per game and just over 4 assists. And congratulations, by the way, on being the MVP of the Emerald Coast Classic, and you guys winning that one. That's pretty big time. Can you kind of talk about what went into the off season and specifically the March through October stages of your improvement for this year?
First, I worked at this facility called P3 down in Emory, like almost like Brookhaven, Georgia. At first, then this summer with Coach Q, this is probably the most hardest summer I ever went through. Like it's like single handedly. Like you can ask anybody from the team this year. Like this summer was like brutal. Like we didn't even have a weight room because our weight room was being rebuilt. So everything we do was cross fitness. So it was like sleds, like hang clean the press, then you jump on the ropes, and like this is how like it was like every day. Like cause you didn't know what we had to do. And you think it'd be like for 45 minutes, next thing you know you're like an hour and a half, like you going. Then we ran in the stadium. And the shoe is so big, yo. Like it makes no sense. And we have to run every single like stair that's in the shoe. But like I'm talking about I'm running, like it's just no way I'm just really doing this. Like, yo, like this summer really it was crazy, but it really benefited me, also my team as well. So then this preseason, we really grinded this preseason. Got a lot of new coaching staff. Our new defensive coach B. Bailey really helped me out on the defensive side. Then Diebler. just being straight up honest, be like, just saying you the go-to guy. You gotta hit a lot of big shots this year. You gotta step up to a big role you did last year, and I just took on the responsibility.
Yeah, I dare someone to find me a better strength and conditioning coach in college basketball than Coach Q, because he's genius at what he does, and he gets the most out of even the managers. So he's phenomenal. I remember this summer I was in the gym. I think you might have had a workout with Deebs right after the lift. And I'm setting up the workout, and Q's like, "Oh, Vegas, you think shit's sweet? You coming in here? All right, come do these bear crawls then." I'm just like, "What?" I do one set, I'm already gassed. Deebs was like, "Just come on a run with me. You don't need all that." I'm like, "You're right." Awful.
You guys kind of had a rough season last year. You finished the season really well, but I wanted to ask you, like, how do you handle adversity and obviously having a much better start this year?
It couldn't get no worse last year, yo. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, oh my gosh. Like, just thinking about it, like, it hurts. Like, it felt like every time we got on the plane, like, we was finna lose, yo. Like, it was just like when you feel like the team not all on the same page, like, it one of the most, like, scariest feeling. Especially playing a team sport, because, like, as a player, you want to do so much to help the team, but, like, if everybody not on the same page, like, you really, like, what you trying to do really not gonna be beneficial. So, like, when I look back, it was like a beauty and a curse as I think about it, because going through that, you just learn. Like, you just going through adversity the whole time. Like you practicing, you be like, yo, like, what I'm even doing now, like, really benefiting me right now. Like I'm like, then, because during that time I was going through a slump, like, where, like, I dropped significantly. Like, I was shooting 40, and I really, like, through a 12-game span, I was shooting like 28% from three. Then I was, like, shooting like 37 from two. Like, I significantly dropped. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, I'm talking, like, to therapists. I'm talking to my friends back home. My coach is just like, you just gotta keep fighting, because none of the people I talked to been in the same position I was in. Like, nobody lost these many games in a row. Like, they're like, I'm trying to ask coaches, like, they don't have an answer because they never been through this. So this is a new experience for everybody. So going through that, you just have to just keep grinding. You got to keep keep your head down the whole time. That's the biggest thing I took away from it. Now this year, the games that we lost, like, it feels like nothing compared to last year. Like, when people get down, like, oh, we lost this game, I'm like, bro, it can be way worse. Like, if you don't take this game that serious, like, it could be a snowball effect in a hurry, and when the ball start rolling, like, you can't stop it unless everybody just get on the same page, the same accord.
Yeah, and talking about the Buckeyes now, there's been a lot of great players to come through this program. In your time here, you've played with a lot of sensational guys, but if you could bring back either one or a couple former Buckeyes that you could play with and share the court with, who would that be?
Like, Greg Golden, that's for sure. I'll go John Diebler. I'll go John Diebler for sure. That's what 6'6" shooter.
Yeah,
it's hard. Yeah, for
He's
sure.
6'6".
No, it's Coach Diebler's brother.
Oh, okay.
Nah, not Jake. I don't want to play with Jake.
That's on the record. He might be listening to this.
I don't want to play with Jake.
You don't want to share the backcourt? That could be your running mate. Replace Roddy with Coach Deebs, or just slide Roddy to the three.
I mean, I can't throw lob to Deeb.
Bruce, I wanted to ask, I truly believe in that the point guard position is the most difficult position to play, especially in college basketball. So how do you process the game as a point guard? And, I know you average under a turnover a game, which for your usage is unbelievably impressive. So how do you process the game and kind of make the game easier than it has to be?
One thing I make it easier is basically just making sure everybody on the same page. That's the easiest way to do it. Just make sure everybody get their touches at the right time and, like, in the right circumstances that make any sense. For example, like Felix, like, if you get him, like, if he get a few touches early, get him going offensively. Like, I know defensively he gonna come around, like, he'll get that extra rebound, or he gonna foul somebody hard, or this and that. Same thing with Zed and then Jameson with his scoring ability, because people like to hug on him a lot because he a great 3-point shooter. So me waiting for a little bit, like around 12 minutes, because people started relaxing around that time, because if I keep getting downhill, me and Rod, you're gonna have to help. That's how he started getting open. Then when Evan get the rebound, the transition, I make him push it, because it's a different person instead of myself that's getting downhill. Then make sure Roddy, with his athleticism, when he get the rebound as well, when he can push it up, make sure we run the play for him so he can stay locked in the game. So you gotta make sure everybody get touches throughout the game as well to get shorts, because we're not gonna lie. If you're not getting the ball, you still trying to play hard in defense, it's gonna be like, man, I ain't getting the ball. And as a hooper, you feel that, you understand that, I'm doing all this work I put in the precinct all season, get those shots. You know what I'm saying? I wanna feel with the ball, feel like I'm trying to get my shots up too. So as a point guard, you're just trying to learn and trying to gravitate, okay, when does he need the ball and when is the right time for him to get the ball?
Man, if that's not a true point guard answer, I don't know what is. I love it. There's a lot of intense environments in the Big Ten, obviously. And I mean, I'm used to it as well. My favorite funny moment, this most recent road trip to Penn State, after we lost, I'm walking off the court. There's 4 or 5 students yelling at me oh, get a haircut, shave the mullet, cut the beard. And in my head, I'm like, I don't even have a mullet. But for you probably get it 18 times worse than that. What's sort of the funniest moment that you've had with an opposing fan that you're just all right, just got to laugh that one off?
Last year, we played Illinois, and they went on a run, and Zed got taken out, right? And Zed would not sit down. He would not sit down, because the crowd was sit down, and he would not sit. I'm like, bro, just sit down, bro, before this place start getting loud. So he did not sit down for the next 45 possession, right? Soon as he sat down, the crowd went crazy. I told him just to sit down already. The crowd went crazy. Next thing you know, Terrence Shannon got a steal. Place erupted. Then after that was a snowball effect, and it was over with, bro. Now we was so mad. We were like, bro, you should have been sat down, because we was in the game. Then the crowd just got OD loud. Nothing. It was a free throw. Somebody made it, and they erupted because he finally sat down. So still to that day, I'm still mad at him about that.
That's hilarious. And talking about little player comparisons here now, the NBA has a lot of phenomenal guards these days. Who are some of the guys that you're, watching, learning their moves, trying to replicate other than Jalen Brunson? Because obviously that's, perfect comparison right there.
Fred, Van Fleet, Kyle Largis, knockdowns. They just really hit threes and play defense. Call it really what it is. All the assists cool, but you able to create your own and you not be a liability on offense or defense. I feel like that's the best thing you can possibly bring to the team. And also you being available at all times and make sure you get the right treatment and stuff like that. But some of that stuff is just God will make sure you're not getting hurt. Knock on wood, but yeah.
I wanted to ask you, we gotta ask our guests this every time they come on. What are your, career/life goals, whether that be basketball or life after basketball?
One of my goals is to get closer with God every day. I'm saying just this year I really start submitting myself to God. Just know everything happened for a reason. Because if he really wanted you to have it, he would have made that happen at any given moment. And the power that he has with people and how he put stuff in your life for a reason. And not until later that you realize what he doing for you. It's really a blessing. So every day, just make sure I pray before I go to sleep, and when I wake up, just give thanks to him before I even talk to anybody. Before I talk to my mom, girlfriend, teammate, make sure I just talk to him first, because he the one that brought me to this earth. He the one that had a thought of me being on this earth and me being well as a human being, and make sure that I take care of my people and my friends and family. I appreciate all managers, everybody that helps me every single day. I put them in my prayers in some way or some fashion, because they don't really have to do that. So that just being a great teammate, yo. Just like, cause these college days going by fast, yo. Like it really like you couldn't tell me like 2 years ago I just played my senior year of high school game, like my last high school game. Like it just be flying, like especially when you in the midst of the season, like you don't know what day it is. You just know you got to be at the gym by a certain time. So like you get back home, it's dark, you play the game, next thing you know, you just doing a repeat. The only thing different, like you go on a road game or anything like that, but that's the only two really big things I made the emphasis this year for me.
You know, I love it. And one last fun little game to end it off. Off the current roster, you can choose staff or players. What's 2 traits that you wish you could steal from someone? So you could choose like Felix's shot blocking, Deeb shooting, my all-around game. What are 2 things that you're taking to add to yours?
Oh, give me Felix height and Roddy athletic ability. That's easy. Oh yeah. I don't want Zed post move. I don't want that. I don't want that.
The hook nice though. The hook, the little fade, it's nice though.
It is nice. But like they ain't that's not nobody wanna see, you know what I'm saying? That's his game. Like
yeah.
Now, Bruce, I'm going to ask you a much more difficult question. You have to give me 2 traits off of the manager squad that you would like to have to your game. And it doesn't have to be, it can be, because you guys have a big squad of like 15, so there's a lot of people you can choose from.
And you can't take the gimmies, though. You can't take Zach's height or Keaton's athleticism. Okay. Those 2 are off the board.
Okay. Let's see.
I know this is a tough question. I'm sorry. Very tough question.
I'm thinking about everybody.
You breaking down the game film right now.
I like Rick shot. I'll take Rick shot.
He's gonna be listening. He's gonna love that you just said that.
I like Rick shot. Then I go Diddy IQ.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's a good call. I can't believe you said Rick's jumper of everyone though. That's crazy.
Yeah, the prettiest.
It goes in. It goes in. It goes in.
He just get a little winded. No, I'm
saying. Yeah.
When he fresh, he good.
Yeah. Oh, those first 2 wars, Rick's locked in. he just need a hockey sub after that though. Nah, but we love you, Rick and Bruce. This was phenomenal episode. Ton of fun. If you have anything else you want to put out there, if not, I think it's time for a little wrap up.
I appreciate it, y'all, man. Just have me on here, man. Just with some great guys. Just appreciate y'all.
Of course. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
It's fun conversation. Tune in for the rest of the Buckeyes, Rebels, and Duck seasons. And other than that, as always,
PPP out. Peace.